Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new in here, my name is Philip. This is Phil Reacts. Yes, it's definitely your guy, back again, with another reaction. And today we are stepping into something a little, deeper, a little more intentional. We're about to, check out It's the Lily, the brand new EP from U2. Now, before we even press play, let me give you some quick context. I mean, because this isn't just a random drop. Based on a few facts that I pulled up, this EP, actually came out, during the Easter season, and it's part of a bigger, concept. U2, also released another project earlier, called Days of Ash, which we've already listened to and reacted to on the channel. Maybe you guys want to, check that one out. And together, these two works, kind of mirror the whole journey, from reflection to suffering, to renewal. Yeah. This isn't your typical, hit single type of, project, based on a few facts that I've read, about this. I mean, this is more introspective. This is more spiritual. This is more personal, and if you know U2, especially Bono, I mean, they've always had that a layer of faith, questioning and meaning, in their music, But from what I'm hearing, this one, goes even deeper, into that space, So personally, I'm expecting more emotion, than hype, more storytelling than big hooks, and probably, some moments that hit on a real human level. I'm also very, very curious to hear how the production sounds, because U2 can go from massive studio rock to very stripped back atmospheric vibes real quick, so yeah. I'm going to I'm going into this with open ears. If it connects the way I think it might, this could be one of those projects you don't just listen to, you actually feel. All right, enough talking. So listening to this off of my Spotify. This album, this EP, comes with 6 songs. Spans a little over 32 minutes and 29 seconds. Yeah, like I said from the beginning, this was released on April 3rd. So it's sad to say, but I am a little late for this one. Like I said, this was released during the Easter holidays. So we're back. Yeah, first song, on the album, titled "Song for Hal." Hopefully, I'm getting that pronunciation right. Yeah. And to put this out there, I've never really heard any other songs on here. So first time listen. Definitely be listening to all the songs, all the way through, and share my thoughts about it at the end. So without wasting much time, without further ado, U2 with It's the Lily EP, the first song titled "Song for Hal." Let's take a listen. Whoa. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Woo.
Did you hear forever?
Wow, Bono sounds amazing.
Soft and low. It's not a song you wanna.
Wow, I love the bass.
If you're not ready to go, you're not alone in the bright blue air. Not alone if there's no one there at all.
Wow.
You're not alone if your voice is unheard. Not alone, the song of the mockingbird don't rest long. stretches out across the floor. Can't believe it's another day and life goes on like it did before. You're not alone when you're on your knees. Not alone if no one sees you fall. You never took a curtain call. And you are not alone when you close your eyes and slip into a dream that takes you to the other side.
Yeah.
Songs in your head, dizzy as a musical, stupid songs.
Wow.
You can't forget. Beyond pretty, beyond beautiful. Wherever the street is on parade, wherever the music is played, you'll be there.
Yeah.
Did you know he is close to God, who makes his old friends laugh?
Okay.
Did you know Hal the magician? I watched him disappear from a photograph.
Wow. Yeah. All right, guys. Yes, the first song off of this EP, song For Hal. And I have to say that right off the bat, this one, feels personal. The atmosphere is definitely stripped back, almost fragile. The instrumentation is definitely minimal, giving space for the emotions to actually breathe all the way through. And I mean, when the edge, comes in, vocally, I feel like that really caught me off guard. I mean, this feels like a tribute, more like a tribute record, like something written from a place of real grief. What stood out to me after listening to this song, definitely love the soft and haunting guitar textures. I love the intimate vocal delivery, the emotional weight, without being over dramatic. This is one of those songs where you don't just hear it, you actually feel it. And what a way to actually kickstart this EP. I love it, guys. I really love this one. We move on to the second song, titled Inner Life. Yes, let's take a listen, guys. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I'll meet you in the air. I'll meet you with the fair.
Yeah.
On the underground, wherever you be found, I'll meet you there. I'll meet you in time.
Wow.
I'll meet you cruel or kind. The hot ways of time need someone understanding on the platform, but it's the other side. I'll meet you in the air. I'll meet you when you're not there.
Yeah.
shopping list of all you missed. Let's go there.
Let's go there.
I'll meet you in the surreal.
Guys,
I'll meet you in the
love the
joy
instrumentation. The guitar in the background sounds so
Stones
good.
and sticks, you're kicking the pricks, and still I'm
I really love this.
this. To kneel and what not to feel. And when we reach the circle line, and when we stop the clocks, stop in time to wake up an unforgiving sun.
Wow.
Waking the dream that overcomes in a life. We get a taste of it all
Wow.
in a life. I'll meet you in the air. I'll meet you when you don't care. In the
Guys,
empty
Bono
space
sounds
that
so good.
occupies your place, I'll meet you there. A penny on the track, we run and get it back. The driver on the train souls in so much pain says love will flatten, but it won't crack. The coin will crack. And when we make a bed out of war, deafen our children with its roar. Repeat, rewind, replay once more. Never unsee the sights they saw in a life. We get caught in the
Whoa.
traffic. In a life, we make misery from magic. In a life, we miss the comic and the tragic. In a life, in a life, feel alone. I need it known. I never achieved anything of my own.
Yeah.
Feel alone. I need it known. I only receive from being shown. Feel alone. I need it known. I never achieved anything of my own. A skipping stone. I
Wow.
was thrown. The ocean floor is not my home. In a life, we catch a glimpse of someone else.
Okay.
In your eyes, caught a glance of myself.
All right, guys. The second song off of this EP titled "Inner Life." I have to say that after listening to this one lifts the energy, a little bit. It's still reflective, but now, we are getting more warmth, more connection. This one definitely feels like, it's about, relationships, the kind that, define your life, over time. I mean, the melody is more open, more hopeful, highlights, after listening to this song, to me personally, I love the smooth transitions, in the instrumentation. I have to say this song has a comforting, almost nostalgic tone. The lyrics, I have to say the lyrics, feel universal, like anyone can relate. To me, this is the kind of track that grows on you the more, you listen. Yeah, I loved it. Guys, we'll move on to the third song titled Scars. Let's go. Whew. Wow. Yeah, this is so YouTube. This is so YouTube. The instrumentation, guys.
You got
I love it.
lost love, and you found trouble. some scars and some others suffer. But you keep on reaching for the lights.
Wow, definitely sounds like something I've heard before. I mean, there's an
The doors
instrumentation.
of your heart were kicked open, but you're leaving history far behind.
Yeah.
The brick was already been broken, and now it's time. I know all that you've been through, so I know who you are. Let 'em show. It's your scars that give you beauty. Your beauty. Don't cover your scars. Your scars. Don't cover your scars. Your scars. Don't cover your scars.
Whoa.
Your scars. You're looking up now. You're looking skyward.
Yeah.
Your blackest night is turning blue. All the tyrants that you've defeated, the only one that's left is you. The doors of your heart were kicked open.
Yeah.
You're leaving history far behind.
Okay.
You break what's already been broken, but now it's time. I know all that you've been through. I know who you are.
Yeah.
Show. It's your scars that give you beauty. Your beauty. Don't cover your scars. Don't cover your scars. Your scars.
Scars.
Don't cover your scars. Your scars. I'm the last of your loves, the loser the least. I'm the name on the phone that demands your release. I'm the silence when you grieve. I'll keep you company, even if you don't believe that's me. Put your hands on my head, feel the love that we stand. Put your heart in the innocent, to fill them with hate. When the town all cries for someone to blame, making laws out of lies and legal robes out of shame. Put your hand in my side, feel the cultures of control, the silver spikes of friendship, traded for a soul, the touch of the taste
Yeah,
of
the guitar
me.
in the background. So beautiful.
Sweet. You won't know who I am the next time we meet. The next time we meet.
Okay, guys. So the third song, "Scars." I mean, this song, for some reason, I feel like runs into the fourth song titled "Resurrection." But I mean, after listening to the third song, once again titled "Scars," we better, talk about it. So after listening to this song, I have to say that right off the bat, this one hits a little differently. There's a bit more edge here. No pun intended. I mean, you can definitely hear that post punk influence creeping in, and it definitely gives the song more bite. And the message, guys, I have to say, so powerful. To me, it's all about embracing your scars, your past, your mistakes, and everything that shaped you. What I loved about this song, is the fact that, I mean, the guitar tone, was more grittier. I mean, stronger rhythmic drive, a message, that feels real and grounded. This might be one of the most relatable tracks, on this EP, in my opinion. I loved it, guys. I really, really did love it. Like I said, this song runs into the fourth song titled Resurrection song. Yeah, so let's take a listen to that. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Definitely sounds good. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
One time we had a lot of miles ago. Roadside, the death and resurrection show. You smile, the next thing you know we die. Next life was waiting through an open door.
Yeah.
You said it's better than the one before. Last night you promised the sun would rise. If love is in the air, let's take a breath. If I sound ridiculous, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
All these signs to forever. Have we got heaven for you? Or you can go to hell together till death dies too. Are you holding on? Hold on. Are you holding on? Resurrection song. All time, number one inside my head. Break right, we could spend the day in bed. Your light, we gotta get the hungry bread.
Wow.
Do it for them, do it for our lives. Love is always somewhere back of the photograph. Love extravagantly and without regret. If there's anything better, I've not heard it yet. Love is in the air, so let's take a breath. Fear to love, my friend, and remain in death.
Wow. Love this.
Love is in the air. Let's take a breath. If I sound ridiculous, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
Oh, be silence to forever. Have we got heaven for you? Or you can go to hell together till death dies too. Are you holding on? Hold on. Are you holding on? Resurrection song.
Yeah. Resurrection song. Okay, guys. Yes, the fourth song, Resurrection song. And I once again, I feel like this one runs into, the fifth song, titled Easter Parade. But we definitely have to talk a little about the fourth song, once again, titled Resurrection song. After listening to this song, I honestly have to say, this is where the theme of the EP really, really starts to actually come together. To me, this feels like more like like a journey. Almost cinematic, like you are walking through something heavy, but coming out the other side. There's also a slow build here. That I really, really do appreciate. After listening to this song, a bit of standout elements for me was the gradual emotional buildup. I love that part. I also love the atmospheric production. That was just 10 out of 10 for me. I love the sense of movement, like the transformation. You can tell this is tied deeply to the whole rebirth concept. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section. Like I said, this one runs into the fifth song, Easter Parade. So let's take a listen. Whoa. Wow. Yeah.
And I only have one song to bring for a siren lost at sea.
Okay.
If she needs a song defying gravity, I have one more left in me.
Wow.
Song of devotion, as cold as the ocean. On such a day as this. On such a day. Something in me died, but I was no longer afraid.
sounds so good, guys. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Guys, that was the fifth song, Easter Parade. After listening to this one, I feel like this one, leans heavily into the spiritual side of things. I mean, the imagery definitely infused very, very symbolic and almost devotional. To me, it's not just a song, it's like a reflection or meditation. What stood out to me most about this song, is the gentle, instrumentation. I also love the strong lyrical imagery, and lastly, I love the calm and almost sacred vibe. To me, this is one of those tracks where you just sit back and let it wash all over you. Yeah, it's the parade. Yeah, we're moving on to the final song of this EP, titled "Coexist." I will bless the Lord at all times. Yeah, let's take a listen.
Am I the best or the worst or the worst or the best? She
Yeah.
sang. Ice cream smile, wide as a mile back then. Say a nice prayer, be a good girl. Finger on my lips. When she returned, her lipstick had learned how not to kiss. I can't fix her, can only love her. Can't keep her pocket full. I can't keep her face and smiles. Someone stole them what was beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't sing her home to me in rhymes, but I will bless the Lord at all times. Bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord all times. I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times.
At all times. Yeah.
we hope and pray for a new day to rise. Every morning when the sun shows up, it's still a surprise. Any child is every child in any mother's eyes. I will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. That child you hear has been crying for years in the wilderness. A child without armor had no hatred to harbor, only loveliness. The driver of the ambulance unpacks her shirt pressed and neat to honor the hurt and hungry he will later greet. There's not so much road left here and no road signs. Drones hover without any consciousness over war crimes. I will bless the Lord at all times. The tide is rising, all ships are sinking. New poets must despise all old ways of thinking. Whoever made language must have been drinking. 26 characters own all the ink and printing. I got so many words in my head, but I can't find the lines. I will bless the Lord at all times. Changes, these changes will rain on this parade. Changes, these changes, I am not afraid.
Wow. Guys, I like this. I really do.
There to write it down, but when the prophet came around, said, I've a stranger with me. In the fight none can compare, but food and shelter we share, beloved community. Every night we hope and pray for a new day to rise. Every morning when the sun shows up, it's still a surprise. Any child is every child in any mother's eye. I will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. Changes, these changes will rain on this parade. Changes, these changes, I am not afraid.
Ooh.
The pages that enrages,
Yeah.
she tears them from the book. Save us, sings the girl of Guadalupe.
Okay. Yeah, guys. So that was the final song off of this EP, Coexist. I will bless the Lord at all times. This one is different, and I mean that. in a good way. I mean, very, very experimental in my opinion. Also very, very ambient. You can feel the influence of someone, like, Brian Eno, in the textures and I mean the sound design. To me, it's not your typical song. It's more of an experience. Highlights. For me, after listening to this song, I definitely love the layered, atmospheric soundscape. I love the thought-provoking themes, about war, faith, and humanity. Songs a little, unsettling, but the tone is absolutely powerful. I must say, this feels like the kind of track you interpret differently every time you hear it. It's the Lily EP. We are done. You guys already know that we just experienced this EP, for the first time, and to me, this is one of those projects. You don't just react to. You kind of sits with it. We definitely have to talk about it. To me, I mean, first impressions, going into this, I mean, the EP felt like more like a conversation, not a performance. I love the fact that it wasn't trying to be loud. It's not trying to chase hits. It's almost like U2, pulled back everything and said, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. And I personally, I respect that, because in a time where everybody's trying to go viral, this project feels like it's chasing something more deeper, with more meaning. For the sound of the production, guys, top tier. They didn't reinvent the wheel. In my opinion, production wise, this is very, very atmospheric and a bit stripped back. You are not getting those big explosive stadium moments U2 is known for. Instead, you get ambient textures. I mean, subtle guitar layers from the edge, space. A lot of space in the mix, and that space is so important. Because it definitely lets the emotions to breathe. There were moments where, to me, it almost felt like the silence between the sounds were just not as powerful as the music itself. And towards the end, that experimental almost Brian Eno style influence really, really, really showed up. It's not always easy. It's not always an easy listening, in my opinion, but it's definitely intentional. For the vocals and then the delivery, I loved it as always. I mean, we definitely have to talk about Bono for a second. I mean, this didn't feel like Bono trying to impress vocally. This felt like he trying to communicate. I mean, softer delivery, more restrained, more emotions than power. And honestly, that worked in the EP's favor, because the message comes through clearer when the performance isn't trying to overpower it. For the lyrics and the themes of this EP, I feel like this is where the EP really, really shines. We are talking about themes like loss, friendship, faith, doubt, healing, coexistence in a broken world. And the crazy thing is, it never feels preachy. It feels like questions more than answers. I mean, take this song for instance, Scars. Scars stand out for that self-acceptance message. Take another song like Resurrection Song. That song feels more like a emotional rebirth. We have the final track, COEXIST. I feel like this is where things get really, really heavy, almost philosophical. This is U2 leaning fully into their identity as a band that wrestles with big ideas. I mean, lyrically, they really, really went in. I mean, standout moments for me after listening to this EP, I feel like there were a few moments that really, really stuck with me. The raw emotions in this particular song, a song For Hal. You can feel the grief, the message in the song Scars, super relatable. I also love the build up in the Resurrection Song. I mean, that sense of journey and the experimental ending, that definitely left me thinking more more than anything. The EP doesn't just give you highlights. To me, it gives you feelings, for strengths and weaknesses. For me, what worked for me personally was the emotional authenticity. I mean, also we have the strong cohesive theme. I also love the minimalist production that served the message. I mean, what might not work for everyone is might be might be for the fact that it's slow paced. I mean, not very hook heavy. I don't know if that makes sense. And lastly, some tracks lean more abstract than accessible. So yeah, to me, this isn't for casual listening. This is for when you are in a certain kind of mood. So for my final verdict, I feel like this feels like U2 at their most reflective, not their biggest, no, not their loudest, no, but definitely one of their most honest, in my personal opinion. This is definitely the kind of EP you come back to when you need to think, or feel something real. If I had to rate it, I'd say this is a strong, meaningful project. Not perfect, but very, very intentional. Yeah. So guys, I really want to hear what you guys also have to say about this EP. Did the EP connect with you emotionally? Which track hit you the hardest? Do you prefer this introspective U2 or the big stadium U2? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I will definitely be reading everything. And if you enjoyed these breakdowns, these reviews, like this video, comment, share, all the good stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let me know what YouTube album you would like for me to react to next. Yes, I appreciate you watching. This was definitely a deep one, I must say. I will definitely catch you in the next one. Peace out.